there something you need to say? Is there a message?
Just like before, this is what we talked. Tell me what year you used to live.
I also did a little research.
Holy cow!
Can you read what other word is with Nikki?
Is there something you need to...
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of Spirit Box Weekly. We're going to be using the xParanormal Spirit Radio. We started using that last week. And I'd like to thank Mary Dallas, Nikki Paranormal, Doppelganger, the Easily Bored One, Lucifer Ron, Aaron, Paraghoster. Not sure everybody that's in here. Let's see. I guess that's everybody for now. Scott, Latia. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to Lucifer Ron. I'm going to try to get him in here on one of our shows coming up. He's Ron. He was in the trailer. I'd also like to make a couple announcements about coming early part of December. We're going to be doing live spirit frequencies again on liveparanormal.com. James and I, Hidden Beneath. We're going to start doing episodes for liveparanormal.com. And then also in December, I'm going to be releasing Beyond Our Belief, a web series, almost like a documentary. It'll be very short, each episode, but basically where it is giving a little backstory on angels and demons. I'd like to try to get the information out there. I haven't seen too many individuals that have that type of information out there, so I'd like to try to get it out there for everybody. Then I'd also like to announce I love movies. I've always been a movie fanatic. I'm going to try to do like movie reviews of paranormal / horror based movies, and those will be coming out in December. And then in January, Papa Nana and I are going to be teaming up together to do Decoding the Message. We're going to go through footage from our investigations. We're going to do basically footage that we haven't released on our channels, footage that people haven't seen, and we're going to do an evidence review, always of our own stuff, and we're also going to show how we do it. He's going to show his technique, I'll be able to show my technique, and kind of go that route. So without further ado, I already have this turned on. Martin, creator of the app, was actually kind enough to be in here last week, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the same settings that he kind of suggested, which was right here. You have a silence mode, a traditional, and then you got your volume controls: echo on, echo off, reverb on. But yeah, I already have it on, so I can go ahead and turn it on right now.
We're at source of
28, 90.
I love them, honey.
Instance,
Stringed like
a dozen years.
of rental guns for extension.
Well, that may be true.
Hello. Is there anybody here with us right now?
I will say,
and one of my...
Down the street.
we are
Industries in the coal field.
training simulator. We is not
And we just found out, actually, this past week we were looking at documents,
just up and the docks all
and
You'll probably get
the house we're actually doing the showing is 175 years old.
price and
Dark and narrow building.
48 West 92.
And Peter speaking.
The Gospels and see.
Luoghi della movida.
Hello.
to them, Brett.
Back to the. You want an admiral?
God and Father.
Here in San Francisco, we're.
There was no Christmas trees.
I believe I heard somebody say hello,
Save
Dom.
neighbor.
So nella città.
Said I'd only be in.
Talk about this sometime. I was like,
202. He's popular today, Mr.
is that translate?
Crazy Day.
Presidential candidate. Santa will be the
Matthew 9:20.
coi chimico.
Guys like Dave.
Curbstone. Parties and landing up today.
Any spirits who would like to try to communicate, feel free to
Downtown
try to
Expo
utilize this device.
I don't. I'm
Sazione Cornelia.
This is it?
gonna look back and then we go.
And the other was leftist forces. That's right.
Supposition
Have this mind of my
O'Malley said just at most some
not a some.
Quiet.
So what's up? Let me just.
And if anybody in the chat has any questions they'd like me to ask, please feel free to type those in the chat, and I will try to ask those for you.
Music.
La figlia coinvolta nel.
But I bet heck.
Some of the factory.
For an interview with the war Nixon is now making
Nothing you know how Paul
most of his.
There was a little more.
assaulted him.
Let me tell you what would.
Now, any spirits, are you originally one of the owners of this house?
And I remind you that the
Stop.
people
Grief loud.
Stefano Massini.
I've grown.
Municipal administration. Please. We'll scout one and scout. Have it that one.
When the Father bestowed
I just want
is the name.
So when you go to
It is a.
across the pavement, heavy machine gun. That Tim Healy, when
He says.
argument at all.
second.
Tentativo molto per Christianity
On his way.
What would you like to talk about?
so, but
earthly king.
close friend with things.
Liberation, which
Might say.
Din
mysticism.
Well, the baser fears we must go into an
Now, if you're able to, you know who I am. I believe I heard Dom earlier.
Playing of.
Dicono chiaramente
For any spirits that may be around, entities, ghosts, whatever you would like to be called.
opponents that we've never seen.
because I know
My name is Dominic.
He is Adam.
A cacophony of.
Astenuti i di
And store them to check.
and the glory of the Father.
Now, the individual that's really loud that keeps saying "I know" or has said my name,
That's what was going on.
Attribuzione, il diverse and
Had number one for
do we know each other?
funds for going in.
was the
Clifford Carnicom.
Etta sugli affitti in
How did we meet?
This will have to be 6-3, right? You can get nylon.
with it means that
Mary.
running to get
How did we?
Stop weeping.
ma di luglio ridotto
How did we meet?
historical Jesus
Across the St. Air Force. 401. Washington, Next.
and that it is the
4
Father
gallons exposed.
from me.
and the Son.
% per gli
There.
Was by no means.
Have you been around me a long time?
Doxology
I mean, when was the last time?
of our
Message. He said,
Check. Tell us how you
Do you enjoy being around me?
abundant mercy.
You can also do this.
No, I have a business idea.
and then
Before I'm going to get
In the opening state,
I haven't even.
but also
temporary condition.
They're really on.
The other was number.
Liberators.
I'm a little slow.
the birth.
For since I was
It's a little too idea.
You don't hear the conversation.
Mr. Looked like a.
Are you keeping a little?
Born.
And break up the
Rising? Yeah. But again, Per intendersi, anche on the secular.
With control action. That's right.
In? You know you're...
To whom he will
Sometimes it doesn't.
a rolling of regeneration.
ตัวเขาเน่าเลยเลย
La Volkswagen Lima.
I don't know if he's
Knew they had already
The Mary that you're speaking of, could you say their last name?
You know,
are correct. Article
我想起这个
The reaction. Ho visto che la cifra.
all of these secular
behind the west.
I'm having to drive that quick.
Valuable.
you know.
Frankly,
เดี๋ยวเตาหลอดเฉย first 40 they
Il quale ha cercato.
not all of them
technical note. Want to hear any voices?
I do want people...
Regeneration. Now many of us are.
Now, can you hear this as I'm doing this? Are you able to hear it?
Erede della berlina.
Never alone.
massive
Of moral nihilism.
They were given the name of it?
No. Only a couple bucks.
In friendship, or is this...
Because Cruz is usually said to Nicodemus.
ต่อจากเรานะ
Just didn't respond.
Dove il gruppo rischia.
says well I don't think there's any
Mind. And at Hana
Because without that...
is what? A great way to
It's just a losing...
we
给新导师
Rather they stay.
4 ore. Furto.
Stop looking at what?
His grace the
I understand.
Their laughter was a...
Del valore stimato tra
I want to let him fit.
So like a bunch of grapes.
the impossible.
I don't need anything.
Except I think Trump raised
Offset the reality.
una serie che torna.
let's say that nobody could get a job
37. Amazon his assistant is around back.
Our own home.
Who are dead.
I'm definitely not your ex...
And
Trump's doing.
imperturbable.
Vi lascio morire ai programmi.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and actually try to switch over.
Girl Scout for the boy.
This one's a sound bank.
Know somebody or...
Talk about it, except made us alive.
His tenderness.
Verso viri.
Yeah, let's see about trying to turn this on. There we go. Let's try that.
Some bird.
And the sign.
Everywhere. Display.
And right along.
When
Di Nicoletta.
privately
and not
After...
What do you...
this show.
would lose their teeth
On free egg.
Getting them.
And
We were vaccine
Collect...
and the Lord.
For just a second.
News from
kind of
to switch.
back tortured me.
Someone else.
Put along his...
I like to see
them by...
someone else.
Una grande... The room.
Eastern.
My best
But
sono ambiti
but
ever. It's also
on AM
Large house.
but 6 was
aim
On the hand.
essere proprio someone like Bart
power and each other's
seen it
and
to tempted
we're gonna miss baby. I am
parlare
of Admiral
movie
so
I for 14
to the end.
Now, there's someone here that's religious.
Palooza
Front
Talitha.
too much time. They know how memory
4-0
no number
everything
stories, folks.
For you to look...
il
related fee.
Bulge
Fleet
So we get terms, don't we?
folks.
31 home
On that trip
sogno e
have come out.
under his hat. Sudden
Gotta get paid.
if we
I'm on that. It's good like
second corner
went on.
tra poco
Jesus. That's hard.
254
Describe them.
Went on embarrassed.
the way right in our wound
Immediate.
d'Andrea
And the point about
the man
immediate. It came down.
contain which there
Links to other
presente
Against
That's a
religion.
lot of words real quick.
I read
links to
That's very fast.
contained was without form
Let's try 3
Sure,
quarters.
Jesus...
d'ora
There we go.
didn't want to start or took on the
and he's
what it is and
criticized
third iteration.
She was...
i dati del
and held on
Now, I haven't asked this question in a very long time.
because he is not over the wall.
Some pretty
sarà as soon as you start
I was
That is a
Any spirits in communication, what would you say is the meaning of life?
By whatever.
sports population.
You're
Particularly when life.
Been walking.
I rischi. Based on the same.
And hill.
they say
Oh, I
How do
think.
you go from being
and seven.
Why?
the verb put?
Dateci anni.
The NA
Mean to you.
Could you
That's
explain
to strap.
Real description. The whole.
No, the Lord could have.
the essence of love?
Interpolation.
Support of you delayed
Of Quicken Love.
And it's
Invitation.
to
If you're looking to score.
no.
so that the child and I
He could have.
Vi siete.
appreciation of what
Quicken.
Months to someone.
and at 3
Government's homo.
Just notice.
Skype and one.
Something would be.
Se se la con.
Say respected.
Scobie now.
$50
Things about it.
dollars a year.
Now,
Racist.
now a good friend of mine, Colleen
Again, you present
Nickerson,
process.
excellent individual, beautiful human being,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
has explained to me in the past the energy in which you give is the energy in which you receive.
Riescono avere la.
81 Thai word.
Yes, we did.
All for cost information. This
Should be given.
estate's animalist. And her husband. And
Operation.
And all the
Punta al mattone.
plane.
By the way.
This growing company. Good husband.
were responsible.
Cause. It's a,
What is your view upon that?
They were trying to.
Dietro nel tempo.
9 times over.
Language. The fear.
and in his grave
Everyone.
Love flowing.
Tra poco per.
Arguments from
that two
No.
easily added. We're worried.
Thrill and
Familiar with.
Device act the relationship. Okay.
there's something.
L'obiettivo di fare.
a couple of people were.
Guys, I thought you were talking. You look. To crook.
Desideri perché.
Like
It had the. We had been led.
Physical body.
Gins into the.
Of that.
Abitate.
presentation out.
Picture planes off.
The tender.
So
Back to. How can
For any individuals searching
with business food.
for a connection with a person,
Matching.
searching for love,
False flag.
is there
Siamo tutti dei.
advice that you could give?
For a million,
too liberal?
Some.
see, free.
A bunch of act.
The verb.
Gli arini.
It had the. Or thin.
Technique can heal
Eccles, Peter James.
breakouts from
In our lifetime.
What you have just.
Pass.
Shoulders.
More than.
on 3.
Is it the local?
Logical.
Proactive.
We're at 60s dead.
Needed about.
Give them strict.
Se ci guardiamo.
Author.
Forget.
Now,
And it's
as long.
Our secular discussions going.
Esplosioni non c'è.
Look.
Free extras.
they have lost.
About this.
It started a
105.
These people are.
sort of been.
3 verse 12.
Punto di vista.
How long
As a Democrat.
after you pass
Free
The
shipping.
House.
do you realize?
Why does he always.
How long does it take for you to realize that
800.
Heating.
that you have passed over,
3.
that you're in a different
Makes us
realm?
not 14.
And
Proprietario di.
Wanted to get at is
Belong to them. Some been.
Alone for default.
Vin-
Yeah.
Call. Thing that he
Adesso per.
right. It's more.
Ran for a while. Make our work.
may qualify. Bob Dole.
we just don't have.
Don't forget. Remember that. Hope is up.
Of the faith.
Cercare la.
No. Hey.
Aircraft.
Is there spirits around you that help you?
Get the maximum. She's dead.
Work and other.
Mente con.
Saying to.
Polished. Not this broadcast.
What you critical instinct.
Not spread it.
So standing. No. He's his son.
Myself.
Porta a scoprire.
Arguments.
Bruce will have
This information.
But he doesn't.
to
800.
one of these.
Let me.
Italia comincia.
Ideas.
He crawled the survival
In North people are going to see
Never.
film.
get loan debt. And she's stuck with. So
One of them
Keep
is
trying to
avoid-
communicate. I'm gonna switch over to trying to do a voice session with you.
early
06 fuzzy. And the
on with what
jewels in business. Fuzzy version.
With this device, I should be able to record your voice. Any spirits in communication, you were trying to communicate and trying to tell us something. If you're in this room, could you try to say the name of who you're trying to contact? What is your last name? Who is the last individual you remember? Alright, let's go ahead and play that back.
Any spirits in communication? You're trying to... You're trying to communication. You're trying to communicate and trying to tell us something. If you're in this room, could you try to say the name of who you're trying to contact?
What the hell?
What is your last name? Who is the last individual you remember?
Alright, let's go back and turn this on. Actually, I'd like to make an announcement as well. Martin, the app creator of this application, is actually in the chat. If you have any questions on how this works, please feel free to message him. That's the xParanormal detector. He'll be happy to answer any questions in the chat. Also, the Infinity Box, which he created, is now available on his website. The Infinity Box, honestly, check it out. Check out all the videos. Greg Manchester and Martin himself and numerous other individuals have been utilizing that software, and it could be a game changer completely. You can create your own banks to put into it using such things as like running water or so many different varieties of things that you could use, moving a curtain, different options that are out there. So definitely check out some videos. Type Infinity Box in YouTube after the show and see what type of stuff is out there for it. This application is over a year old, but it is one of the most notable ones in the field. It was also created actually before the SCD-1, which that came out in February of this past February of 2015. And you can, this has been out since October of 2014. So everybody, go ahead. If you can give a thanks to Martin for tuning in with us. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Free. But if a bunch of
recently
can do something,
help you
Big one and over.
inquiry deserve it.
in
Now,
addition
spirits and communication.
Destroying the computer.
really
You understand? We argue.
Miles north.
The individual that I thought
Then
I
I would
heard you say you're trying to contact.
You talk.
Why doesn't want to
harmony or a
Can you verify
that he's desperate to
that
walk
her
along.
name
Perfectly.
was Mary?
Edward.
About
the Holy Spirit
the influx.
tiniest
Does nothing.
Jeff K.
really blend
Is anti-include.
room
Okay. I believe I heard yes, it was.
Yeah, 47.
book to mention
Could you please say her last
promises
name?
not only
Just for verification.
Podcast.
That's enough for
for his death
I don't know.
in people's lives.
Have enormous to
These
they won't get
This was
This book because
the you
think good
to save on the
out for my
a laugh.
mention that when you
that I agree with.
Interview
Could you say what her
you're
sister's
not
name is?
for the up
Likely.
Well, he can beat it.
$12
Just trust you see.
low as 50 live
He gets the favor of tarot showers
for 20
because of his track.
still free.
What?
All these helpful
He's the kind of
online to
How many?
call toll free Grace.
I could library.
And again, any questions you guys have in the chat, please type that down for me, and I'll be happy to answer those questions.
Coming out of the air. Folded in
I thought I heard my ex-girlfriend's name, actually.
Say in that chapter.
Kind of
Used to
unsettling.
world
As I mentioned, brain wedgie, ISIS.
are with us
So you said
and the truth of the
in Switzerland. As cover full today.
More than be.
Birds and white.
animation to
Was it a false? I don't know.
Ox forth
Pretext for Nick.
Hello?
French government
when you call it.
or I
You can also
confirm.
org
Extremists open. World. The magic house.
to television
Into it.
half I'm
About it.
remind
They're in Oklahoma. No, me. It's all about being dead for how America
is unleashing God's
Yeah, critically. I mean, this is
and then please join us
American media.
one verse at a time.
CIA. With us.
And they may call them substance. Well,
Biblical help for knowing
I am.
in England it's even in time.
Oh, and there are questions.
the rebel.
We all want to.
Ovviamente quello che
American radio.
We have arcing lines.
Here's an article. The U.S. is who to start. Who
Either converted.
Through your will and a new.
domes.
Like a convicted
Ma che cosa viene
fixate with
Parasites.
obtaining unmerited
reasons to suggest. Happy with the New Orleans.
Claimed was God. And
Term plan blessing.
Blues, magic pass.
amazing this gift
Yeah, and I get the
Chuck Swin
drills.
Yes, but these
we're given
Big hoax exposed.
Now, spirits and communication, are you doing okay? Do you need help, or are you feeling okay?
Like we're talking about there with
PM Central Time.
Full description, not awning. Watch. Extremists.
We're talking about
That
nations or you
consider it, and the fact that it's
one night a week
estimates have it that
free entirely on
away with 30 points.
around either Mormon.
And here's some
line Rebecca
Sure. And with we
TNU
interesting commentary.
you
9684.
Evangelical Christians someplace.
Fully online.
That's it. Yeah, before.
Come across is, look, I'm
Associate, bachelor's.
The woman that's staying
In just one class.
twice. She
thanks to the
I believe I heard you say you have a question. Could you let me know what that question is?
Indispensable.
accept this book because
An education.
for that length.
Watching someone eat.
Bad. Or
The
visit.
light that would
I have to be careful.
Describes them.
from what would obviously
You can record your short
Anche questo.
authors who are
radio network Christian
be the most complete.
So smug, you know, you.
and we'll share it with
Number 4.
in the third, it's the Nuggets.
Going around stabbing people.
Engagement with a
5. The trailer.
Bot Radio Network
immobiliare.
I'm a historical writer.
774
Trail of blood.
Crowd in front of the
Radio Prayer Line.
Door. There's
Puerto Rico.
I did there was one American.
presumably a gunshot.
At 6 a.m. It's quite.
futuro della casa.
You have
What is the message you are trying to tell me?
Answers with J. Vernon McKee.
At number 16.
Yeah.
3 words.
Even pauses. Just
It's Ravi Zachariah.
Chi la vive?
Well, you see, if you think there's benefit to that.
Complete story with
say one word.
Yes, I
Let My People Think.
Victim.
79.
That's the idiot.
Achievement. These
People that pass them.
.com each day.
media.
Necrophilia misrepresents.
When you find a new devotional.
Screaming or acting.
By the score of 8.
Fine, but it doesn't happen to be.
Summer.
Tell your friends and
La rivista Immagine.
Can you tell me what the date
It's a
is?
great way.
Is this something that's going to happen in the future?
visit
Something
Bot Rate
that has happened?
Sunday morning.
The,
Outshone.
Sounds response above.
All your need.
Tra quelle invece
No, sure, but it's
Above. Notice the other way.
His riches and glory.
Evidence because subconscious.
you know the Middle
The
East?
point that he's making is that
A word about worry.
tutti volevano il
any stretch. So we
Worries before they
I almost. That's 100.
Radio Network.
This is on display.
a home repair.
Which is
hear me.
Through 10.
Ha un
They're illustrating that.
smile on for a moment.
I lifted it.
You qualify.
you can go out.
Compiling.
perché Patrick Swayze.
You know, you
This post. There's a. The open house.
lines. And the
Obviously, Middle Eastern.
Perspective.
Sure, most of you are.
Sta volere la
of the Rubicon.
Are to some degree. Now the benefit. I mean,
Call
Oh,
He falls on the
Generation, men and
un mutuo, ad esempio.
It's a point in the book.
Senator.
Become careless.
marked on a relentless
All of a sudden they're
of the society.
anxiety.
Newsworthy art.
truth for life.
Anni tra Salvadanaio.
For all the things we have evidence.
Despair.
Articles.
You know, if you guys in the chat could just let me know that the audio is going okay. You guys can hear it all right.
Available. So.
Cars coming and going. Cerca di avere delle cucine.
And he crosses up.
So.
North and south and east.
And beginning to do
Old male with type 2.
It's lashing out.
This is our
the discussion group.
hope in.
Contava una cosa di divertente.
It's for his.
They are without
Groups.
Sweet, I promise.
Topics.
Was he for you, even if you
Say,
Yeah, right.
What we call trolls.
Traced.
Posso mettere l'ISO?
And then
Their own soul.
Trolls. People who
One pivot.
mess with things.
for.
and I was.
Neither son nor.
So,
I wrote down.
Che non ne riesco.
so we start talking about like
When I read
Down in line.
my
Your acne could.
Rather, I can't remember.
my experiences apart.
because what I'm
And once again, there is a
from your very
envy, poverty.
Any experience in communication, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave this going.
2 free
I'll
gifts.
walk out of the room and see if you can say anything
things.
Motivation, he said.
by
We're in a
yourself.
park and I don't.
later.
There's a crystal right here, right next to this mic.
You
I'd like to see if you are able to communicate
served.
Free shipping.
Please don't feel afraid. Don't feel.
We can be bought.
Sure.
I mean you no harm. I'm not trying to harm you in any light. Just trying to figure out how to communicate with you.
Outshines.
800-56.
I mean, it's not like...
Nobody.
Sounds viral.
Ridiculous.
She being
Gulf.
very informal little room.
See, look.
That's right.
Or we haven't.
Again, quote unquote.
Lines of evidence.
Simply by
Quote, shooting. Fun to the floor.
prove an insufficient
Number of
That can help. The
Political systems.
lying
this
in this
But textual.
stations in the
is sort of a repeat.
and we have
questions for free.
on.
Which
They don't give you enough.
esprimere una considerazione.
The other religious.
Now you get out.
keeps us so.
Aliens couldn't say it, but
Wipe out your
Depriving myself.
Molly.
Bit of an ice cream cone.
Abbiamo visto negli ultimi anni.
Times I have dropped in the street.
So,
like you're losing control.
For Calypso.
Some of you may not be really only want
Come diceva Paola, anche abbastanza.
Of evidence.
called
scoop with
who basically
Counts. Garnish your pay.
That's all.
long
take hostage
girls dig.
Che l'avvocato hai
Written it.
hostages and
Come in.
in
Lowest amount possible.
I get.
Everybody loves him.
I don't have any details.
nascere e
History could not have gone.
Walk around like this.
But just by the
and don't forget the mark.
Hey, U.S. tax.
Yeah, I'm saddling someone up. Anxious about
così numerosi.
Forgot.
The dead.
proud of it. Sent
I'm so in your life.
and
militant group that was
educational establishments
in
charge for one.
Idee va.
And there's good.
fear of
Old blimey.
A house.
keep the fear mongering.
Nice people.
And I believe there's enough
Contentment.
Degli
Factor.
And to his toil.
to show here.
I was down at the New York
Business. And that's about these terrorist attacks.
Of sadness
nel modo in cui ne parlava.
It's wrong to say we don't.
has given
You know,
including collection.
like the
I was wondering who that guy
earlier who said that I
of the studio
in the midst of a
Attraverso il loro portale
Mr. Coles, what you call?
beautiful home
and the green screen.
because I do want in turn said in
Of course, they were post.
degli spazi.
Freaking Gandhi. I don't know what.
Now I'm going to have to stand.
Don't think it takes long,
Radio.
Here, caller, you're on tape.
folks.
plenty of
Oggi non possiamo per
We get this
stereo system
Is there to an S?
on which to sit.
World, and especially
of yours truly. More.
You've got a friend.
channel that
And into the kitchen.
quadro costa.
Yes, and there's no reason.
they make available.
Oh, I'm glad.
And
Ask the pros.
You can see I
since last Friday,
and then
Necessità virtù.
no
That is it. It's
up turned on it. I'm gonna put him on the home.
executed
of your question too.
Saw it.
Do
process of law.
Precedente, ti dico.
Freaking Gandhi.
Since when is that?
pages of scripture
50.
Refugees are no more.
in the institutions.
We will
My children to enjoy.
Attività di nuovo.
Highly educated him into this, right? You
I
know.
bought.
now say
That they can wear.
Where is my wife?
death
Don't even care what you.
Full of con men.
no trial. No,
Continuiamo a vedere.
He's talking about.
Up your silly idea.
no presentation of
Hit the floor, they do.
And finally,
Here he comes a quick.
Get rubbed in.
person. This end.
and It's
or discount.
Scorrere anche un...
Not really.
You know.
Systems waiting.
And I think that's gonna...
fun.
You're coming aboard.
America.
That can meet
And people
and look at the people
per così dire.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Exactly.
ship. Listen,
are just okay with it.
41.
Solid hours.
listen to the people.
It's okay.
To a new level wins.
855, I'm
Be able to read.
Let's talk about Israel.
Prossimo decennio non
This is red. Very
say.
Process.
For a minute.
Is there a Molly? A Molly that's here?
Kingship and royal.
Nah,
have to take a deep breath.
Summary features 8.
Macabre. It is
right?
morning and somebody.
tutto scientifico sarà.
I really. What?
The point is, it's a
You know, as soon as the phrase like this.
Wind back the sidelines too, but
no safety and
But no.
Illuminati and
inside yourself.
Così, così.
diabolical memory.
Oh, Chris,
Going
thanks
in a new
for
direction.
coming in here. It's a pleasure
Where are
having
they?
you.
What? This is
there's
nice.
one.
Why
It
did
goes way back to the date in establishing that.
Custom design facility.
Mary? Where and guess what?
Italia ne ha fatto il 20.
Just a moment.
What about Mary?
But we
System ventilate.
Homemakers will...
Not coming.
did in the NBA.
Or call 80.
Who falls and there's no one
That land was known.
without me? Yeah.
Baby.
Sì.
Can't you see when...
Let me flip you around.
You telling me to?
Everything okay?
Know what? When we've
Collectively
Lost pet in your vicinity.
keep warm alone,
things, right? 40
dead.
ma davanti.
The concluding chapter.
Summary
10 floor red.
Human way of today.
and
The entire organization.
At webconnect.org.
This
I
is
did.
Sì?
da vicino riesce.
Different. Those.
Oh, you say you missed a second.
Israel nation.
I think so.
Keep your Bible open. You'll know.
Is done, but it's
No, if you're actually
So that we
right
can-
here, you're trying to tell me something.
Forma tanto
Would it be possible for you to come right next to me?
Because this is
which
I can't see you.
Not anymore. I...
thing
into
Are you in front of me or
in the overhead compartment.
to my left? To my
You
right?
could say all.
All around, kind of.
You could say I lost my
Also, Tim.
purse, but
known as Federal Reserve.
But it all starts with.
Has any reserves?
Sì?
Like what?
So we didn't.
the lost world.
Nor is a bank.
Hello?
Or dispatch.
That is true.
Are
Has
you
he been
over
reading
here?
Ecclesiastes?
It's been going up every.
Take
I
a
noticed-
seat right next to me if you
Stay
like
where
to.
you are. I've
Cosa là esatto.
Any other name?
Looking at and
institutions and some of
But I don't.
About nylon.
scientific rationalism.
An attacker and a
Plastic verse.
land.
On is you.
Boy.
I won't.
this isn't a.
And the only thing,
Once heard a man say
whoever you is,
to have this
now, in,
factory.
I don't know where I'll go.
We're up to. I think we'll.
My faith in you.
Nylon. And ever since that team in the league last
Age of the gospel.
state of Israel.
Who can satisfy
Trolling you in the
I do not recommend
whether you
this.
can
Israel have increased.
Um,
An open house.
desires.
Really.
I'm not saying I'm experienced in any light, but I would highly
Stuck in...
recommend not doing
You know, and
this.
it's
24/7.
Any spirits in
Drive you apart.
communication,
Americans knew. They're obviously an
you're free to try to use
On
my
this
energy,
journey, you-
try to use my
The
mind,
beginning is right.
try to use me to try to communicate
century.
if you would like to.
gets into this
I ask that you don't stay
Maybe it's
within
better
me.
if you
depth and
Yo, and it.
beyond talk rate. Behind
picture here is super.
The road.
But everything else. I mean,
The return for their work.
these things. Get
Casey left.
I'd echo my...
A ladder is helpful.
out that
What Nelson?
which she told
What is your bad?
or the United
Is better if
Can you show me what you're trying to say?
It seems to me it's very easy.
get it and come back up. If
States
In Joseph County.
what they be told
you can at least pick you up
this guy for
It's off the floor.
The anti-colonists.
forward. Yes, there is. And you snuggled up.
Le ore passate all'aria.
Call in for gross
You
number.
were a student and you
Can you
lived
give me an image of what you're trying to say?
For the fact that...
try and keep warm
1985 or so. On the floor can handle it.
His worldview.
without deserving. How you find yourself saying,
Così?
It isn't enough to
come together. They will keep.
He got freed.
What he stated,
You're so hot.
Let him go. Wouldn't be able to compete this.
Paris last week.
Wait.
They
Mr. Dad.
When you arrived,
was the fact that I was
Kids who have a mom and a
whacked the president
right up on the
of activity or here and
Has this particular
you were
to Roman numbers.
position.
sounds like nonsense.
and some
Mental approach.
Numeral 2. So
How close are you to me right now?
Safely.
he's fallen.
I heard someone talking.
And that's why
here
I attempted a contact.
down the south of
Why they catch it.
Really know what's far the only.
self. There is no
Thing that really
in Israel.
E sai potete anche...
They were excluded
and the Bay of Pigs.
They too.
from
He my defensive player.
Not
I
really
guess
feeling. I'm not sensing or feeling anything.
aloneness.
Not
ai
psychic.
peggioramenti.
yes how no one
Pretty miserable situation.
Their secrets are
Separated from God's
in Philly this week.
But he
and the purpose. What it means
the very same. So.
0 people wrote about
taking place.
at close range.
me make everybody
Men and women on
They had vowed to
a lot of spots and
And
brought near
the U.S. military.
have been brought near
to us. More historians that
which
write
were fought
Industrial.
Roused my curiosity.
through
He was like, see what we're seeing from the new.
and start with that
So here today,
scripture.
an argument that has been around.
Comes
they're free and I got. Don't say nothing.
I know the lines are all
discover and I don't have to
So
Feel free to try to speak. You don't have to be
Railway-
silent.
basically, and
seek them out.
So quasi che ci sia un...
Right now
They had slighted
a
and
nation of nuclear.
about the
Is Mr.
seeks out a
Mr.
law-
Fritz, are you here?
I think
he'll dry them all.
Hussein and Muammar.
You is this. You have been
Ecco.
He was a
It might
past,
be.
he was a
And-
past owner of this
He is
residence.
called
Spend their summer vacation.
without realizing God's
Not subscribe those mid-range shots.
not
About
against
50,
the
60
Buddhism.
years ago.
Christ.
The forms I'm not
Observing. That's
it's free saying on
lots of fun, but boy,
that he shed his
Talking about overachieved
if your victories
the
Christian.
nuclear non-proliferation.
How do we?
what?
things that will
I'm just using that as
Agreement.
girl from beat 'em up.
this.
They're one of Raymond Felton
the army was already there.
Scientology
black market.
order that you and I might be.
No, that was Thomas.
is iced
Negev.
Check 11.
boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and do another burst session. Yeah, November 16th was the 175th anniversary for this house. It was built in 1840, and we actually, my buddy that I live with, he and I looked up all the past owners because last week I did capture an EVP, I believe, it said 50, 60 years. So I was kind of curious if that was one of the past owners or somebody that had lived here. But let's go ahead and do another EVP session. Any spirits in communication, this is a voice recorder. If you're able to communicate, the microphone is actually right there. I'd be very appreciative if you were able to say hello. If you're able to say the message you're trying to convey. Let's go ahead and play this back real quick. Let's see what see if we captured anything. It said 50 or 60 years. It didn't say a year last week on the EVP. But after the show, I ended up actually, no, it was the next day. My friend John, the skeptic, actually the first interview with the skeptic was with John, and he looked up all the records for the house, and yeah, we found out it was built, well, by what the paperwork said, 1840 is when it was built. So it was pretty interesting seeing all that type of stuff.
Any spirits in communication, this is a voice recorder. If you're able to communicate, the microphone is actually right there.
Right there. Can you hear this? Right there.
I'd be very appreciative if you were able to say hello. If you're able to say the message you're trying to convey.
Right there, something. Right there. Help us? Help us or do you hear us? Huh. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. I believe I heard you say, "Can you help us?"
Been in our, it's got, you know,
Jamie Eyes. I told.
What's the matter? How can I try to help you?
you know,
Magnifica. What's this they're talking about?
to be well organized.
9.5 to 13.
Christ.
You know,
Like the color. Questions that were
Had in my life.
was right before
Il paziente deve essere
What about it?
Means whenever you want more.
our eyes. The
Fuck, ask me something.
boxes of bombs.
Beauty on your upper lip.
He says,
Ecclesiastes chapter.
laterale. Anna Maria.
Why? That's another big.
Parents bringing
I want to know.
proof of our.
yeah, we videotaped.
Why does it sound like you're far away?
Be happening here.
Heard by Christ
It was called No.
Because it'll be
who have lost their way. Store.
How dumb liberals are.
The State Department says
To heart.
molto astigmatico.
But surely.
You're welcome to come here and try to communicate. You're always welcome to come here.
Return of the 20th century.
I really struggled.
You having a good life?
People to safety.
change the children to get
Cast in India.
Dare un po' il...
Still a place where courage.
Pastor place for homeless
get a better shot.
Honey, may I just say that
through her act.
We've seen the
You asked the right...
meeting in Malaysia to discuss Harwood, JD.
Amy Carmichael.
Anche per questa ragione...
I'm washing. Son of the Holy Spirit.
Dr. Begg has recommended
PhD.
When they hit the floor,
noted biographer
PhD.
30.
Forum. How big? And he's.
Are you laughing, or was that a cry?
Killing the innocent.
all of us are called by God.
He's
6'3" St. Arm.
and then you would
Are called to
when
demonstrate
I brought on the
At no cost.
you
based on a pump.
that was
8-4 or
Solo in un occhio, non in due.
Yeah. So, that's
588
probably
Out of the house.
to Truth for Life.
I was very.
You ever look at this?
Or anyone was hurt is one of those.
You can make a donation and
Solo occhio, onestamente.
This is scanning different radio stations over the internet.
book by writing.
Randomly,
After this
actually.
break,
Coffee, tea, or
That was fun. I
contract with GM today.
listing in Canada
La pediatria.
about this before now.
for 139.
Call 911.
Your gift along with your
detergent that was.
Well, I'd like
I've
to
gotten
thank
there
any
Friday.
spirits within communication.
Meno.
Joseph Alton.
Cool and shaving for the
2
I'd like to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Ablapine for Alice
I hope that you're able to try to be with your families.
on Truth for Life.
Ryder.
Just think of them and try to go to them.
Ecclesiastes.
Yes, I kick him off.
Listen to Revolution.
Thank you very much for your communication this evening.
quality Bible teaching.
By David Smalley.
Along with
I'm sure your family misses and loves you, and they'd be happy to have you around as well.
Called to the...
I realized just how
Sei indurre a fare.
there we think for good.
Architect of the
Filled with clothes.
You are to
mission to quantum...
Faster they can help.
The Professional.
And thank you, everybody, for tuning in, for checking out the show this week. And don't forget, this Sunday upcoming, we have another episode of Interview the Ghost Hunter. Last week, due to actually my personal sickness, I was very sick Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I wasn't able to do the show last Sunday, and our guest had a family emergency. But this Sunday we should have a guest coming on for Interview the Ghost Hunter. That'll be at 7 p.m. on Sunday Eastern, and you can check us out next week as well for another episode of Spirit Box Weekly.